बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। तो स्टूडेंट्स, मैं आ गया हूँ। आज जो है फिर एक और नई रिकॉर्डिंग लेगी और अब जो है हम आज जो है हमने कल ओ लेवल्स का पेपर ख़त्म कर लिया माशाल्लाह। तो आज जो है इंशाल्लाह हम जो है वो ए लेवल्स का जो है एमसीक्यूज का पेपर शुरू करेंगे। तो चले पेपर की तरफ चलते हैं। मैं आपको पेपर दिखाता हूँ। ये पेपर हम आज सॉल्व करने के लिए जा रहे हैं एएस का। ये पेपर है जून 2021 का और पेपर 12 यानी एमसीक्यूज है। और देखिए कि भाई अब ये हमें क्या इसके अंदर मौजूद है आगे। अच्छा, ये पहला सवाल आ गया हमारे पास। अच्छा, ये जो पहला सवाल है हमारे पास, ये बेसिकली जो है वो बहुत बेसिक अकाउंटिंग साइकिल्स है कि इसमें से कौन कौन सी चीज़ें जो है वो आपके जो है वो परचेज जर्नल में आएंगी, जनरल में आएंगी। तो नॉन करंट एसेट ऑन ट्रेड ये आएगा। ये सेल्स डे बुक का है। ओनर्स टेकिंग, अच्छा ये बैड डेट्स रिटर्न ऑफ। तो 1 और 4 जो है बेसिकली जो है वो होना चाहिए। तो इसका आंसर जो है 1 का होना चाहिए, बी। तो यस, बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर। अच्छा, which statement relating to depreciation is not correct? A business can never change its accounting policy on depreciation. ये पहला ही ऑप्शन, पहला ही ऑप्शन जो है वो आपका गलत है। क्या डिप्रिसिएशन पॉलिसी चेंज हो सकती है, कोई इसमें ऐसे टेंशन वाली बात नहीं। ठीक है। अच्छा, आवाज आ रही है जैसे इंशाल्लाह आपको। अच्छा, ओके। नहीं, वो somebody has requested me to speak in English on my video, so now from now onwards I'll try my level best to speak English as much as I can. But, Urdu comes out because it's our national language, mother tongue. Acha. Okay, Arnold owned a vehicle which originally cost 20,000 during the year ended 31st May 2020. He paid for repairs of 3,700 and provide depreciation for 400. Okay. On 31st May 2021, the vehicle had a net book value of 12,000. Arnold sold the vehicle on that date and the loss on disposal amounted to 2,500. Okay. So if we are sustaining a loss on a vehicle, with a book value of 12,000, it means, and there's loss of 2,500, it means the cash received is 9,500 and cash incurred on that vehicle during the year is 3,700. So option A is the answer. Now move to question number 4. 10 years ago, a business purchased, 2 years ago, a business purchased 2 machines costing $25,000 each. It means 25,000 multiplied by 2, 50,000. During the third year, one of them with a net book value of 16,000 was sold. A new machine costing 30,000 was purchased. Depreciation is charged at 20% per annum using the reducing balance method on all the assets owned at the end of the accounting period. Okay, it means if you are selling an asset during the year, that in that particular year, the asset which is being sold during the year is not going to be included in depreciation. That is very much important. So what we do, we have 50,000 the first year, multiplied by 20%. So after first year, the book value of the assets is 40,000. Okay, what about second year? After second years of depreciation of 8,000, we have the book value of 30,000, out of which one of the machine of 16,000 has been sold. Now 16,000 is left with us, and we have bought another machine for 30,000. Total is 46,000 multiplied by 20%. The depreciation is 9,200. Answer is option B. Very simple. Okay, now come to question number 5. Okay. Which statement about an unpresented checks are correct? Now see. No. Unpresent check is not a result of an error of omission. Sorry. This is possible. It arises from a timing difference. Why timing difference? Because you have issued the check to the supplier for any payment, and he has not taken payment from your bank account. It means an unpresented check. So it's a difference of timing, yes. And it is used while preparing bank reconciliation, yes. Okay, 2 and 3. So C option should be the answer. Okay, move forward. The balance on the purchase ledger control account did not agree with the total of balances from the purchase ledger account. Control account is not as same as the purchase ledger, means all the suppliers individual accounts. So following error was discovered. Which error will require entries being made in the purchase ledger? The question is, out of these 4 errors, so what we do, contra entries had not been entered. Okay, done. Debit balance purchase ledger had not been included in the control account. Okay, this is not something to be done. It's already done in purchase ledger because we need to know the errors which are going to be recorded in purchase ledger, not control account. So this is something about an error which is left with the control account. So leave it. Okay, discount allowed has nothing to do with this. Purchase ledger control account. Okay, goods returned to supplier had not been recorded. Yes. So 1 and 4. So D option should be the answer. Okay, now come to problem number 7. The correction of which error requires an entry to suspense account. The check 10,000 paid to Kong had been debited to Kang. Error of commission. This is not the answer. Sorry. This is not the answer. A purchase of a stamp had been debited to purchase account. This is not the answer. Error of principal. Commission income had been debited to loan interest account. This could be answered. Okay, the insurance account has been overcast by 200 and wages account, insurance undercast and wages are overcast by 200. So this is error of compensating error. So only one option is left, which is C. Okay. A business had a draft profit of 200,000 and following errors were discovered. Okay, this is the problem question. 200,000 is the profit, depreciation is overcharged. So we have to add depreciation back to the profit. Closing inventory was understated when we decrease closing inventory because it was overvalued. So cost of sales will increase and the cost of sales increase in cost will decrease the profit. So this is going to reduce your profit by 15,000. Okay. Now accruals, if accruals is left, it means expenses are understated. So when you increase the expense, the profit is going to be decreased by 8,000. Okay. Now you have left with 2,500 prepaid. When you include prepaid in income statement, it's going to reduce the expense. So prepaid is going to be added. 2,500. So total answer 1,99,500. Very simple, very straight. Problem 7 is done. Now come to problem 9. Where is problem 8? 5, 6. Oh. This was 8 actually. So we are going to problem 9. Okay. A trader purchased fixture and fitting on credit from supplier. These were faulty and were returned to supplier. Oh, it's not something which related to purchases. Very simple. Return of fixture and fitting on credit. Now they are going. Fixture and fitting credit, supplier debits. Very simple, straight answer. Okay. Now sole trader is providing the following information. Sale or gross profit. Now you have to calculate purchase. Very easy. Now first sales is 200,000 and gross profit is 25,000. It means the cost of sales is 75%, which is $150,000. Acha. Cost of sales is $150,000 because it is 75% of the total sales. Okay. Now cost of sales 150,000 plus closing inventory 75,000 minus opening inventory 50,000. The answer is 1,75,000. Option C is the answer. Done. Okay. Question 11. Which item would not appear in the financial statement of sole trader? Yes, dividend paid. Dividend is something related to joint stock companies or limited liability companies, whatever you say. Okay. L and M are partners sharing profit loss equally. This year, M's share of profit is $18,000. Okay, done. Next year, they plan to change the partnership agreement so that L has an annual salary of 10,000 and 1/3 share of any profits and losses. So next year, M will get 2/3. Simply, they were first initially they were sharing equally. Now he will get 2/3. Okay. What does the total partnership profit for the next year need to be for M to receive the same amount of profit as this year? Now it is very simple, very simple. 18,000 he needs the profit again, which should be the 2/3. So total profit divided among the partners in the next year would be 18,000 multiplied by 3 divided by 2, 27,000 plus 10,000 salary of L. So 37,000 should be the profit next year. So after deducting 10,000 salary, 27,000 ka two-third M will get, or the profit to the M given to the M is same 18,000. Now come to 13. V and E are in partnership, sharing profit and losses equally. Okay. The capital account showed the following credit balance. Okay. Z was admitted as a partner on 1st April 2021. And then the following items are taken over. Non-current we revalued downwards by 20,000. Okay. Now this loss on revaluation, because of at the time of admission of Z, when they are having a loss on revaluation, that revaluation loss is going to be divided between V and E in according to their old ratio, which is equal. So E's capital is 40,000 minus 10,000, which is going to share for the loss on revaluation. Now his capital is left with 30,000. Now goodwill was 80,000. So when goodwill was 80,000 and they were sharing, V and E were sharing equally, it means he will get 40,000 goodwill share. Now his capital is 70,000. After the admission of Z, when they are going to remove the goodwill, okay, E, how much E will contribute when they will remove the goodwill? So 30% of the goodwill. So if you take 80,000 was goodwill and 30% of that is 24,000. So his capital was 70,000 minus 24,000, 46,000. B option should be the answer. Done. B option should be the answer. Okay. Now come to C. When we are dissolving partnership, we are not going to use appropriation capital revaluation account. We will use realization account to calculate profit and loss on liquidation or dissolution. Okay. This is very simple. Okay, now come to 15. Which statement about a bonus issue share is made is correct? Okay. It will be made to existing shareholder. Yes. The issue can be at premium. No. They can be issued at lower than market price. No. No. Only 15 is B. Only one is correct. No. Because they are given free. Bonus shares are free. That has nothing to do with market value. Okay. Now come to 16. At the start of the year, a limited company's equity was shows as follows. Ordinary shares 200,000, retained earning 120 during the year. The following took place. Okay, non-current was revalued upward by 70,000. Interim dividend of 30,000 was paid. 10% debenture of 10,000 was issued. Okay, the profit for the 80,000. What was the total equity at the end of the year? It means this item. This item has nothing to do with this question. Okay, because this is liability. Now see, retained earning is $120,000 minus, plus 80,000 profit minus dividend 30,000. So your shareholders' equity is 130. Retained earning is $170,000. Okay. Now ordinary share capital is $200,000. Okay, and your revaluation reserve is $70,000. Is 4,40,000. The answer must be option C. Yes. Okay. The financial year of a limited company ends on 30th June. The following information available regarding ordinary dividends. Okay. Now 30th June 2019, dividend proposed 12,000. 30th June 2020, dividend proposed 19,000. During the year 30th June 2020, company paid last year's proposed dividend full along with together with an interim dividend of 4,300. Okay, it means total dividend paid is 16,300. Okay. What is the amount of dividend shown in the financial statement for the year ended 30th June 2020? Nothing to do with income statement. So it means option A or option B. Okay. Now 16,000. Okay. Dividend has nothing to do with statement of financial position. Paid dividend. Okay. So option A would be the answer. Very simple. 16,300 which is paid is included in statement of changes in equity and going to be deducted from retained earnings. Nothing to do with financial position, nothing to do with income statement. Okay. Let's end. Okay. Now come to 18. The receivable turnover ratio figures for two companies, X 45 days, Y 55 days. What does this indicate about company Y? It is higher trade receivable. No. Who put that? Okay. It is higher level of trade receivable than X. No. Higher liquidity than X. No. It is less efficient in managing receivables than X. Yes. It offers less credit to its customer. I don't think so. So answer of 18 should be C. Okay. In 2019, the company's non-current asset turnover ratio was 20,200 upon 5,100. You know, it's revenue divided by total non-current asset. The formula is revenues divided by total non-current asset. Now net revenue was unchanged. Discount increased by 400. It means your net revenue would be 20,200 minus 400. It is 19,800 for the next year. And your non-current assets, 5,100, is going to be changed by 300 because 1,000 is decreased by for depreciation and 1,300 is increased for the new asset. So net increase is 300. So what we do, 19,800 divided by 5,300. The answer is multiply by 100. So that is 3.73 times. This is the answer. Okay. अच्छा अब ये देखना है कि which statement का fixed cost per unit changes the change in the level of production. Yes. देखो जैसे as the production increases, per unit cost of fixed cost is going to decrease. Variable cost per unit changes with the change in the level of production. No. Never. Okay. Total fixed costs are unchanged within a given range of products. Yes. Total variable costs unchanged with the no. So 1 and 3 only they are correct. So B option should be the answer. Okay, let's move to the next question. 21. Okay, an employee is paid 20 hours, $20 an hour basic pay for working 7 hours a day. Okay, just it means 7 hours multiplied by 20. It's 7 hours multiplied by 20, $140. Done. Okay. Now the employee has worked for 10 hours. It means 3 hours is overtime. So overtime is paid at time and a quarter. So it means overtime is 3 hours. 3 hours multiplied by 20 multiplied by 1.25. $75. Okay. Now, if we produce excess of 8 units, a bonus is also paid at the rate of time and a half basic pay for each unit produced in excess of 8 units. So he has produced 2 extra units. So 2 multiplied by 20 multiplied by 1.5. So 275 would be the answer. He will get 7. For 7 hours, you have to calculate. For 3 hours overtime, you have to calculate. For 2 units extra he produced, you have to calculate. The total would be $275. $275. A business is absorption costing. What will be included in cost of sales? One thing very important. When you are calculating cost of sales, selling cost could not be included. Okay, option A or option B, C are useless. Okay, what about option B? Variable manufacturing costs and fixed manufacturing. Both, yes. So B option should be the answer. Then what about this arrow? So D cannot be the answer. Okay. Now come to Now come to 23. A business absorbs overhead on the basis of machine hours following plan. Now, how much overhead were under and over absorbed? So see, according to budget, you are spending $900,000 for 6,000 hours of machine. So it means $150 per machine hour. If you are using machine for 622,000 hours, 150 multiplied by 6,200 hours, your total absorbed cost is $930,000. According to your budgeted calculation, you have to pay 150 for one machine hour. For 6,200 machine hours, you have absorbed $930. But actually, it was $960,000. It means you have under absorbed by $30. Simple. Okay. Now come to 24. Okay. Now, contribution to sales ratio, the change in contribution to sales ratio, we have to calculate in this question. Selling price is going to increase by $10. Okay. So it means contribution is also going to increase by $10 because costs are expected to remain unchanged. So here now, the contribution is 40%. Okay. Now, if it comes to contribution is increased by 10 because of changing selling price, the contribution would be 50 and your selling price would be 110%. So that is 45.45%. So there is an increase of 5.45%. Very simple. Come to 25. Okay. Now, what was the margin of safety? Into question number 25. Achha. Now, what we have to do in this situation? First, we have to calculate the selling price. Selling price is 36, but you have to pay commission $2. So it means your selling price after deducting commission is $34. Achha, minus direct cost 18. So your contribution per unit is $16. So if your fixed cost is 1,80,000 divided by 16, you will get break-even units 11,250. So out of your total manufactured and sold is 18,000. So if we deduct 11,250 from 18,000, the answer is 6,750 units you will produce for your profit, which is your margin of safety side. So if 6,750 units are going to be divided by 18,000, the total production percentage would be 37.5. So margin of safety is 37.5%. Okay, how is break-even cost, break-even revenue is calculated? Okay, now these two options are useless, you know that, because it has variable cost included. Now, total cost divided by contribution per unit, you will get break-even in units. So, D option should be the answer because you don't need to calculate break-even in units. You have to calculate break-even in dollar amount. So, D option should be the answer. Okay. Now come to the next. Okay. A business manufactures 3 products. Following information were available. Okay. X, Y, Z. Direct labor is short in supply. All direct labor is paid at the same hourly rate. Which order of production should be used to maximize the profit? Because the dollar rate is the same. Na? So what we have to do? See, the direct labor for Z is $190 and the contribution is 60. Direct labor is very high, contribution is very low in Z. So Z should be the last. I'm getting my point clear. Okay, Z. So B or C option could be the answer. Okay, A and D are useless because we know that Z should be in the last. Okay, now C. Okay. Now there is the problem is between now X and Y. Y should be we should be concentrated on Y first and then X and then Z. Z should be in the last. So what we do, the contribution is 175 per contribution is 175 for X divided by 115 the direct labor cost. The answer is 1.52%. Okay. Now what about Y? Contribution is 155 divided by direct labor cost. The answer is 1.6. So it means Y should be the first. So B option should be the answer. C is not the answer. Okay. B options will be the answer. Now come to 28. The following information is available for a month. Selling price 100, contribution 30. Total fixed cost for 100,000, budget sales for 500. Actually, if they reduce the unit selling price to 95, sales will increase to 6,500 units a month. Okay. So what would be the increasing profit as a result of this? In this question, what we actually have to do, suppose the contribution, if we are on the same level, 5,000 units, and the contribution is 30, total profit is $1,50,000. Okay, $1,50,000. Yeah. Now, if we are reducing selling price, the contribution is going to be decreased by 25, decreased to 25. So 6,500 units if we sell and contribution is 25, will earn 1,60,500. So there is a increase in profit of 12,500. Very easy, simple. 29. A business makes and sells a single product. It is selling price 100 and a contribution of $40. When output is 500 units, the business makes a profit of 2,000. The direct material price is expected to increase by $4. Okay. Now, what we have to do in this question actually. First, see, contribution is 40 multiplied by 500 units. It means our total earning is 20,000, but profit is 2,000. Means that if you deduct 20,000 minus 2,000, it means fixed cost is 18,000. Okay. Now, if we want to earn again 20,000, okay, 20,000, because direct material price is going to increase and contribution per unit is going to decrease by 40. It means our contribution is 36. And again, you want to earn $20,000. It means if we divide 20,000 by 36, we get answer 555.55. It means 556. This is the answer. Very simple. 30, which is not an advantage to a business of preparing budgets. Budgets can do everything, but they cannot ensure that the business will not make loss. Very simple. They cannot ensure. Okay. So this is it for today. Inshallah, we'll continue with our structured paper of this year tomorrow. Inshallah. If you have any suggestions, any questions, any queries, if you need any of my help, I'm available to you. Thanks for today. Take good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.